there, babes, it's Ashley. Today we are going to be decking out this awesome trash can that I got for my desk. I honestly never would have thought I would have been this excited to get a trash can, but I really am. I got this trash can from Lotsa Style, which is a company that has a ton of organization options. You guys, they have pen holders. They have different little organization containers and bins and things that set on your desk. They have tons of different trash cans. This isn't the only trash can they have. They come in different sizes, different shapes, different looks, different colors. So they have a ton of options and I really love it. And I also got a discount code for you guys. You guys can save 30%. So I will link their website as well as that discount code down in the description box so you guys can check it out. But all I've done so far is I pulled this out of the box and it also had a wrapper thing around it. And I want to show you guys what all comes with this little trash can. So this one is the original mini trash can. Now, when you look at this trash can on the screen on their website, it looks smaller. Now, it's not huge, but it's also not super tiny. So I want to compare it to a sticker book. So here's the height of it. There's the sticker book. I don't have them lined up just right, but you get the gist of it. And then it is a little bit shorter than a sticker book, just to give you a size comparison. And then it's obviously not super wide, but you have plenty of room. And let me tell you why I'm really excited for this. If you're like me, you end up with stickers stuck to the side of your desk when you're planning, or washi tape, or whatever, and you have all of this like trash around you that you always end up having to clean up afterwards. So I'm really excited to have this to where I can set it on my desk while I'm planning, and then I can just throw things away. But I have seen people use these in different ways and not just for a trash can, and I'll walk you through those in just a second. But let's go ahead and look at what comes in it. So you will get this little pack of stickers, which I don't plan on using these stickers for the trash can. I actually created something on my Cricut, and I'll walk you guys through how I did that here shortly too. And it comes, there's the name of the company, Lotsa Style. And then it also comes with trash bags. So you have plenty of trash bags. And I'm telling you guys, I can just tell by looking at the size of this thing, knowing what I'm going to use it for like sticker scraps and washi tape scraps and stuff like that's going to go inside of here. I can tell you it's going to take a long time to fill up these trash bags, which is awesome because that means that they're going to last. So I'm really pumped for this thing. Now, I plan on using it for a trash can, but like I said, I've seen people use it for other things, and you can actually stick some sticker books in it. Looky there. How sweet is that? And then let's say you have sticker books that you're using for the week. Maybe you like to add stickers into your planner each day and you don't like just leaving them lay out. This would be a great little solution for that. You could set it up on your desk and have your stickers in there. It'll also hold scissors. You have different tools. You can stick different tools inside of here. So there's tons of options there. But you can also, like if you have Tombow pens, you can stick Tombow pens in here. You can stick whatever kind of pen you want inside of there. There's a regular size pen. Now I probably wouldn't put regular size pens down in here because they're not as tall, but you could put like Tombows, Sharpies, markers, things like that inside of here and have all of that organized. Plenty of different options. It doesn't just have to be used for a trash can, but like I said, that's what I am going to use it for. Now, they do come in different colors and sizes and shapes and stuff. I like this one, and I've chose the white one because I want to deck it out with some decals. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I created the decals, and then we're going to deck this thing out together. All right, here we are inside of Cricut Design Space, and I want to fair warn you that I am a total beginner. I have had my Cricut for less than a month. So with a lot of this stuff, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's kind of trial and error, practice, see what happens, and that is helping me to get better. So I'm actually glad that I have this opportunity to use my Cricut to make some decals for the trash can. So I'm really excited for it. And my idea was to put some leopard print on there because I love leopard print. And I wanted to say a little on the trashy side with these cute lips. Like, how cute are those? So that was my plan, and that is what we are starting with. So for the lips in the leopard print, those are images that I got from Cricut Design Space. And as you can see here, I am just writing out the text where it's going to say a little on the trashy side. Now, initially, I wanted to have two different fonts. So I wanted to have a font for a little on the, and then a separate font for trashy side. So a lot of this is me going through different fonts. And I actually did do two separate fonts initially, but you guys will see I filmed the mistakes that I made, the mess ups I did. I filmed all of it to share all that with you guys. But I ended up having to come back into Cricut Design Space and change one of the fonts, and I'll walk you through why here in just a little bit. This will be a little tip for you guys. It's actually a tip that I've, after it had happened, I remember somebody saying it on a YouTube video that I watched, but I totally forgot about it. And I guess sometimes we just have to do things to remember them, right? To remember like what's right and what's wrong, what works, what doesn't work, instead of just having someone explain it to us. But I am going to explain it to you. I do want to tell you about it in case you have a Cricut and you are wanting to do something like this. Now, really quickly, if you do not have a Cricut, I do not want you to think that you cannot decorate this trash can. You totally can. You can use all of your planner stickers that you have. You can order stickers from Etsy. I know that if you follow me, many of you guys are happy planner babes, and you guys have a ton of planner stickers. And I know if you're like me, you have some really, really cute planner stickers that you've been hoarding. And this would be a great opportunity to use those stickers. Or Mambi sticks. Holy cow, I just had the idea. That would be so stinking cute to take some Mambi sticks and decorate the trash can with. So I love that. That's a great option too if you don't have a Cricut. Okay, here, let me talk you through really quickly what I've done with where it says trashy side. So if you notice when I first wrote out trashy side, the letters were pretty far apart from each other. So what I did is I went in and I ungrouped the letters so they were all separated, and then I pulled them closer together, and then I regrouped those back. That way it's all together, it's all smooth. Now, where these letters overlap, what you have to do before you cut it, and I've made this mistake a couple of times now. The first few times I couldn't figure out what in the world was wrong. But what you have to do, where, like, let's say like where the T and the R overlap, you have to click weld before you cut it, because if you don't, it'll cut the T out, the whole T, even the part that overlaps with the R. Same thing for the R. So it's not going to cut out properly, so you have to weld those letters together so it cuts it out as one. I hope that that explains that enough to where you understand what it is that I'm talking about. But I'm doing the same thing here. I ungrouped them, now I'm pulling those together. And here, I like this font, it's really, really cute, but it's kind of a struggle where it has two T's in little, and not having the like curves overlap each other and stuff. So I was trying to mess around here with some different fonts, and this one kind of works out, kind of didn't work out. I ended up changing it to a different font again. So again, like I said, a lot of this is me just playing with fonts right now, trying to figure out what's going to work. So this is the font here that I ended up going with. I ended up cutting it out, and I started to weed it, and that's when things went a little south. Really quickly before I forget, I got most of my fonts from Etsy. So I love to get on Etsy and I find different fonts that I love. I purchase those fonts and then I can use them in Cricut Design Space. I use them on Microsoft, on Canva, like all the different applications that I use. I will purchase fonts and then I use them throughout those applications. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Etsy is an incredible place to get fonts, and then you're also supporting small businesses. So I love it. But anyways, back to this font. The reason why it didn't work out too well is because it is a tinier font, and whenever I started to weed it, it was such a pain in the butt. Like I said, I filmed it so you guys will see that, but I just want to fair warn you, these thinner, smaller fonts, whenever you cut them out and they're super tiny, they are hard to weed. Not impossible. It felt very impossible, and I did end up giving up. I'm admitting to that right here. I totally gave up on it. But if you're taking a thin font, you're making it small, and you're cutting it out on vinyl, it will be harder to weed. Now, you can take a thin font and cut it out bigger, and it does become easier to weed. Makes sense whenever you think about it. For me, I just had to do it for that to set into my head, I guess. So I know that for future reference. But right here, do you see where that H is filled in? I had this problem once before, and it took me forever, you guys, forever to figure out what the heck the problem was. And here, I thought it was the same problem as last time, which it is. But at first it wasn't working, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I was like, oh no, please do not tell me that this is not going to work. Here's what was wrong. When you take two letters and you overlap them too much, and then you weld those together, because remember, you have to weld them together for it to cut it as one, not as separate letters. It will fill in the holes that's in like the A or the H or the Y whenever you overlap them too much. So what I had to do was separate the S and the H just a little bit. That way it could recognize that the H was, like the inside of the H was supposed to be, it wasn't supposed to be solid. Gosh, I hope that makes sense. I've said this before, but explaining things through voiceover sometimes is not the easiest thing to do. So I did change the lips to navy blue because that's the vinyl color that I want to use, navy blue and black. And as you've seen, I deleted the leopard print because we're going to print that out here in a minute, so I ended up going back in and re-pulling that back up. But I have the lips here, I have the font here ready to go, and then we are going to print both of these out. Alright, here we go. Here goes the fun stuff. The first thing that I must do is move this gorgeous mermaid. She's a beauty, isn't she? I found this canvas at Hobby Lobby, if you're wondering. Their nautical collection is amazing, and that's where most of my nautical decor comes from. But here, I'm just getting the Cricut turned on, ready to go. Sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit and it's making you a little nauseous. And here, I'm going to set the cutting material to vinyl, and then we're going to make our first cut. So here we go. I am excited. Now, I know I could cut this vinyl down and make it smaller. I didn't want to mess with that. I just stuck it on there. I'll cut it later. I keep all my scraps. I actually have a little bin that I've been putting all my scrap vinyl in so I can reuse it. Some of it I've already reused. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there that yes, I know I can cut that down and I don't have to use a whole sheet of vinyl, but these were just some square packs of different types of vinyl that I'm trying out. This is from Oracle and I'm loving it. So I'm probably actually going to stick with Oracle because I've heard so many good things and I've used it multiple times. Really good vinyl. It's Oracle 651. That's the vinyl that I'm using. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Alright, the first cut is done. And then now we're going to put this out of the way. We'll take off the black vinyl. We're going to put on the blue vinyl. And now, voila, it happened that fast. We're going to cut the blue out. The cute little blue lips. Alright, now we're back into design space. I'm going to save this one that we did and we are going to work on the leopard print. So I just went to images. I did the same leopard print that I searched for earlier, inserted that, and here you're just going to see me mess around with sizes, play around with it a little bit. I did end up getting the ruler out. I measured the trash can, was kind of thinking about size and how I wanted all of that to work out. So I just was kind of messing around with it, thinking about where I was going to place it out on the trash can and that kind of stuff. I ended up making 4, so I made 2 bigger ones, 2 smaller ones, and if you want your Cricut to cut on one mat, make sure you attach everything together and it'll all cut on one mat. I just wanted to share that with you. So now here we are, we're going to use the black vinyl to cut the leopard print, so we're going to get it cut out and ready to go. Alright, now that I have everything cut, we're back at my desk and I'm going to start cutting out the vinyl, the words, and the leopard print and stuff that I made, and then we're going to start weeding everything, which I'll be honest, I was a little intimidated at first when I was thinking about weeding the leopard print because it felt like it was going to be a lot, but the tiny letters were worse than the leopard print. I'm telling y'all, don't do the tiny letters. It was such a pain in the butt. Oh, you know what? I need to set the trash can up right now so we can use it for weeding. Okay, let's do that really quickly. Let's open up the trash bags. Hope I don't rip the trash bags to begin with. So the top of it comes off. Stick your trash bag down in there, wrap it around. Maybe, oh, I didn't have it opened all the way. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Then the lid goes back on. I'm gonna push some of this down in there so it's not sticking out of the bottom. There we go. Ha! Look, you guys. I told you I was excited to have a trash can, okay? That makes me very happy. Okay, back to weeding. This is gonna be the most fun I've had weeding ever, which I'll be honest, I think weeding is very, very fun. But now I have a trash can, that makes it funner. All right, now we're gonna weed the lips, and this one was probably, I don't know, those little tiny letters. I'm gonna keep talking about them, y'all, because they stress me out. But the lips were kind of hard to weed because there was such tiny ones. And like I said, I'm new at this, and so me trying to figure out how to get all these little tiny scrap pieces of vinyl off of the weeding tool was kind of a pain in the butt too. I don't have any tips for you there. If you have tips for me, that'd be great. I don't have any though, so I can't help you out. But I got the lips weeded and then started on everything else. All right, here's what I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna redo this because these little thin letters being this tiny, they're just not working out right. So we're gonna, oh, now some of them want to stay on there. Yep, well, we're gonna redo that. I think that would be the easiest option because that right there is a little too complicated. So we're just going to do that, throw that away, and now I will finish this, and then we're going to hop back on the computer and I will find a different font and reprint that out. You know what I just realized too? I threw away the I. Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, I'm a newbie at this, so don't be yelling at me in the comments. Oh. Total noob. Let's see if we can do this. It looks like a candle. Maybe we can cut it off of this one. Okay, my idea is I have the leopard print stuff here, and I'm thinking I can take one of the center pieces and use that as an eye. And then it kind of matches, I guess, right? I just need to make sure I'm pulling off a centerpiece, and I'm just looking through them. I like this one right here. Okay, that looks better than the other one, so now it doesn't look like a candle. All right, now I'm gonna attempt to weed this, and hopefully everything from it turns out okay. We shall see.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up, but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here. All my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have. Yesterday we could be ourselves, didn't have much but nevertheless we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning.
This is what I should have done from the get-go, right? Is separate all of these. That probably would have been smarter.
That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have. I always knew we could do so many great things, so believe in me, I believe in you, and I just feel that this will be an upswing, so hear me out. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, all the way back home.
Alright, I think that part is done. So now we're going to head back to the computer and figure out the font to use to go with this. Alright, we are back inside of Design Space, and I pulled up this one that says a little on the trashy side where I saved it earlier. But I got a question for you guys. For those of you that have a Cricut, how in the world do I edit the text after I've I don't know, grouped things together and welded them or attached them together? Or is that even a possible thing to do? I've never been able to do it with everything that I've created so far. I've had to just delete the text entirely and kind of start over with it. So if you have a Cricut and you either know how to fix this or you're like, nope, that's just how it goes, just let me know down in the comments if you have any tips for that. But I went back to this font. Remember, we had this font pulled up earlier, and I went back to this one to use it, and this is the font that I ended up going with for the rest of the text, and this one was way easier way easier to weed and to work with.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling
Alright, you guys are going to hear the Cricut in the background, but I am going to go ahead and get the transfer tape ready, and I will start adding it on some of these things while that is cutting.
I won't get up again, stronger than I ever been. I will get up again, stronger than I ever been. I can see everything clearer, trying to fly 'cause I'm light as a feather, but I get high, I get low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine, but I get out, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been.
Do you guys want to know what I just realized? I could have rolled that transfer tape out and put all of this onto one, and then it probably, at least the lips and the words onto one, it probably would have been easier to put on the trash can. Oh, okay, we have a lot of lessons being learned in this video, so that's a good thing though, right? This is how we learn. We do and we learn. We do and we learn. And I will probably still continue to make many of these mistakes in the future, so, but that's okay. Getting better each time we do this. We are going to start with the trashy side.
All right, now we're on to the fun stuff, finally getting to decorate the trash can. If you've stuck with me this far, I just want you to know that I seriously appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out and sticking around. I will have the code word at the end of the video, so make sure you wait until the end so you can get the code word. It's going to be fun. But now we're going to start decorating the trash can and getting it all decked out and ready to go. I realized once I started this process, did I mention this earlier? That I should have cut everything together. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Didn't think about it until now whenever I was trying to line everything up. But for eyeballing it, it did turn out pretty straight. I like it. I'm okay with it. To me, for something that I'm creating for myself, it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. Now, if I was making this for somebody else, I would have probably cut the things together, or I would have totally messed it up, had to buy a new trash can and start over from the get-go. But that's totally okay, because if I was, getting it to someone else, I would make sure that I was doing things to where it lined up straight and it looked really, really good. Like I said, it's for me. It's pretty darn straight, at least as far as I can tell, so it worked out. And here I'm just trying to kind of line up where I want the lips to go, where the other text is going to go, and then start placing all of those things down and just decorating it. And you guys, wait until you see the finished product. I am so pumped for it. But let me know down in the comment section, do you guys like the navy blue lips, or should I have went with like red? I'm thinking afterwards red would have looked sweet, but blue, man, blues are just one of my favorite colors. Actually, they're my second favorite colors. So I really do love the navy blue, but I was thinking like for a pop of bright color, some red lips would have looked sweet. If I could have figured out how, some rainbow lips would have been awesome. Would have been absolutely awesome. If you want to take that idea and use it because you know how to do it, go for it, because it's going to look so cute on your trash can. But for me, I really do like the blue. Just let me know what colors you guys think would have looked good.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. I'm so excited for this. Okay, on to the next one. I will say the trash can has come in handy this whole time. I just got to get better at being able to get the vinyl off of me and off of this weeding tool here, because I'm not very good at that yet, but we'll get there.
I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been.
Alright, this is the last time you'll hear voiceover Ashley for the rest of the video, so I just wanted to hop back in. And seriously, again, thank you for watching this far. I normally don't post videos that are 38 minutes long, so I really do appreciate you hanging out and sticking here with me and watching me figure out what the heck I'm doing to try to decorate this trash can.
Oh my goodness, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am for this. We have the cutest little trash can. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, get that vinyl off the back of there. We're just going to leave it over there. It took off flying. It's okay. I think I'm going to, I'll just put these ones on off camera. I'm literally going to do the same thing. I might stick them, like, wrap them around. I may even make some more and maybe a few smaller ones to go on here. But for now, I think I'm going to be finished. I'm going to take a break from it. But you guys, is that not the cutest little thing ever or what? A little on the trashy side.
And I muted this because this is where I made an inappropriate joke. I'm sure many of you guys can guess what it is.
Alright, so don't forget, Lotsa Style's website is linked down below in the description box. I also have a promo code for you guys, so make sure you use it. It does not cost you anything to type that code in. It actually saves you money, so make sure you are using it. Make sure you are following Lotsa Style. I will have their Instagram link down below as well. Shout out to them for this amazing little trash can. Something fun for me to decorate, fun for me to try out my Cricut skills, which, as we learned, are not the best yet, but hey, that's how we hone them, right? So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've stuck here until the end, let's use the word, should we use the word trashy? Let's use the word trashy. Y'all get creative with it. I cannot wait to see how you guys use the word trashy. It's going to be so good. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Have an incredible day, my friend, and I will see you in the next video.